Hey guys, welcome to my new series where I will be going over how to play Anivia in specific matchups. I will be covering 3 topics: runes and mythic item, game plan for this matchup, and some tips that works for me when facing these champions. And what better way to start this series than to go over the notorious Anivia vs Kassadin matchup. For the people who don't know me, I've been maining Anivia since season 4 and hit challenger twice with over 1000 LP. I've faced every champion in the mid lane at least 100 times, so I have a lot of experiences from these matchups and know what to do. So let's get into it. The rune page I recommend for this matchup is this electrocute setup with precision in the secondary tree. You could also pick sorcery second with mana flow and scorch. I will be going over why later in this video. Mythic item that works best versus Kassadin is Everfrost. I strongly recommend you to build it so you can lock him down easier together with your stun in your ult or in teamfights. This matchup isn't as hard as people may think, but it all depends on the enemy jungler. You are much stronger in the early to mid game, and that's what you need to capitalize on. Level 1, you wanna last hit minions and attack him when he tries to farm. Use your Q when he walks up to farm minions and try to get in 1 or 2 autos to proc your electrocute. At level 2, you wanna throw your E on him as much as you can while last hitting minions. At this point, your wave should be pushing towards him, so at level 3 you wanna shove your wave in and harass him as much as you can under his turret. Now, enemy jungler should be on a crab or looking for a gank, so you need to be careful and not die to this gank. Ask your jungler to come and hover you for a little bit, and ward one of the river sides where their jungler might come from. You don't want to roam early in this game after you've pushed your wave in. You want to abuse Kassadin as much as you can before he gets level 6. You do that best when he's farming on the turret, but that's when you expose yourself to ganks as well. So you need to track where their jungler is and put out some good vision. You also need to see where your jungler is, if he can help you in case you get ganked. If your jungler is top and you don't know where enemy jungler is, then you should back off a bit. Your game plan is to abuse him before level 6, auto attack him when he is in your range, and use abilities when he tries to farm. Sorcery in the secondary tree is good in this matchup because you get some extra early game damage from the Scorch. Since you're spamming your E on him, you should be able to poke him out of lane easily. In teamfights, you want to hold your stun for when Kassadin ults in on your team. Don't use your stun aggressively on him because he will just ult away from it. Instead, use your stun reactively after he jumps in together with your Everfrost, and your team should be able to finish him quickly. Try to throw your abilities after his shield from Q is down. Use your ult after he Qs, because his Q cancels your ulti. Dodge his ult damage as much as you can, that's where a lot of his damage comes from. Try to step back and forth to bait out his ult, and when he misses, you can CC him with your stun on Everfrost and deal a lot of damage to him. That's it for this matchup guide. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to comment down below and I will happily respond. Like and subscribe to support my channel. Also, leave a comment on what matchup you want me to cover in the next video. I'll see you next time. Peace.